Friends, welcome to another episode of Team Jesus Outdoors. Hey, today I've just got a real quick river update for you and a couple of boat control tips. Fellas, the short story is this. The water has cleaned up incredibly well over the last 4 days, despite some vicious east winds. The water temp is slowly rising. We got pretty stable weather in the forecast. All of you guys that follow the walleye pages on Facebook, you've seen more and more boats are starting to catch limits. Guys, it's just starting to get really good. It's going to get better by the week. Hey guys, with that being said, one quick public service announcement. This time of year, we have thousands of anglers heading to the Detroit River to get in on some of this walleye action, and we've only got a handful of launches. Guys, I beg you to please use some common courtesy at the boat ramps. The weekends from here to the end of April are going to be absolutely crazy. I'm talking about a zoo. So do everyone a favor and be courteous. Get your boat prepared to launch while you're in line so that when you get to the ramp, you can simply launch your boat without tying up the ramp for 20 minutes. On those windy days, make sure you've got control of your boat at the ramp so your boat's not banging into the guy next to you. Guys, just be patient. There's time for everybody to get their boat in the water. We've got plenty of time to hammer these fish over the next 6 weeks. Just be patient and display some common courtesy to one another, and we'll all get our boats in the water. Hey fellas, speaking of a vicious wind, the whole key to a good day of walleye fishing is boat control. If you cannot keep your lines vertical jigging for walleye is going to be miserable and most likely pretty unproductive. This time of year we commonly have some pretty crazy winds that can make boat control pretty challenging. If you have the opportunity to pick your days with the most favorable wind conditions, nothing can make a more frustrating day than trying to fight the wind all day to keep your lines vertical. I do a couple of things to try to mitigate that frustration. First of all, most importantly, I have a semi-flexible schedule. A lot of weeks I can kind of pick my days. I watch the weather forecast and particularly the wind forecast every day of the week. I do my absolute best to try and schedule my fishing around the most favorable wind conditions. Anything out of the south, double digits or more, I'm going to try to avoid that. I'm not crazy about an east wind. I'll try to avoid an east wind if I can. I think most of the time the easiest wind conditions to fish in are a northerly wind or a westerly wind, particularly single digits. So I do my best to pick my days and fish on the least windy days I can get away with. And then on those days that I have to fish in the wind, I don't have any choice. You got to remember that half of the Detroit River runs pretty true north and south, and the upper half of the river runs more west to east. So if I have no choice but to fish those less than favorable wind conditions, I try to pick my location on the river based upon the wind conditions. So guys, in short, what I'm saying is, to the best of your ability, play the wind. Hey guys, the bottom line is this: fishing's starting to get really good. Now's the time to get out there and chase them. Hey guys, with Easter Sunday right around the corner, I want to really encourage you guys to try to have you and your family in a good church this Easter Sunday. It is far more important to be in church this Easter weekend than to be on the water. But remember guys, there's only two kinds of men in this world. There are men that need Christ in their life, and there are men that need more of Christ in their life. So hey, be courteous to each other out there at the ramps. God bless, tight lines. We'll see you guys on the water.